If you look at a map of India, you'll see a thin strip of land, only about 22 kilometers wide, connecting the rest of India to a region full of green hills, rivers, and rich cultures. This is the Northeast. 8 states, hundreds of ethnic groups, and thousands of languages and dialects. It's as much a part of India as the Ganga or the Himalayas, yet often feels like a distant relative, remembered during festivals or crises, but forgotten most of the time. In this video, we'll explore the lesser-known story of India's Northeast, its history before independence, the promises and betrayals after 1947, and the struggles that each state of the Northeast has faced since joining India. We'll look at insurgencies, the AFSPA law, economic neglect, discrimination, and how all these have created a lasting sense of isolation. Before 1947, the British saw the Northeast as both valuable and remote. Assam's tea, Digboi's oil, and Lido's coal made money for the British, but local people got little benefit. The British divided the area politically and socially to keep control. Assam was ruled directly, but places like the Naga Hills, Lushai Hills, which is now Mizoram, and the Northeast Frontier Agency, which is now Arunachal Pradesh, were marked as excluded areas under the 1935 Government of India Act. This meant that laws made in Delhi or Calcutta didn't apply unless the British decided so. Locals had very little say in governance. In 1873, the British also introduced the Inner Line Permit under the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation. It was meant to protect tribal communities by keeping outsiders out without a permit. While it helped preserve local traditions and land, it also isolated these regions from the rest of India. Even today, ILP rules exist in Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram, and parts of Manipur, requiring Indian citizens from outside to get permission to enter. By independence, the region had few roads or railways, limited industries, and many unmapped areas. Princely states like Manipur and Tripura were small and economically weak. The Northeast entered independent India with poor infrastructure and a sense of being left out of the national picture. After 1947, the borders of the Northeast changed several times. Manipur and Tripura joined India in 1949, though Manipur's elected assembly was dissolved just a year later. Nagaland became a state in 1963 after years of resistance. Meghalaya separated from Assam in 1972, and Mizoram became a union territory that same year, gaining full statehood in 1987. Sikkim was a separate monarchy. After years of unrest and protests for democracy, a 1975 referendum under Indian supervision voted to end the monarchy to make Sikkim India's 22nd state. The 1962 war with China made Arunachal Pradesh, which was then the Northeast Frontier Agency, a key area for India. When Chinese troops entered Tawang and Bomdila, India was unprepared and briefly lost control before China withdrew. Delhi then treated Arunachal mainly as a security zone, building roads and army bases, but not much civilian infrastructure. The Northeast connection to the rest of India relied, and still relies, on a narrow passage called the Chicken's Neck near Siliguri. While states like Maharashtra and Punjab industrialized, the Northeast stayed rural and dependent on central funding. Delhi saw it mostly through a strategic lens, important for borders and defense, but ignored its development needs. Now, every northeastern state has faced its own challenges. Nagaland has one of the world's longest-running insurgencies demanding independence. Manipur has many armed groups, severe ethnic violence like the 2023 Meitei-Kuki clashes, and constant military presence under AFSPA. Assam saw the Assam movement, the Nellie massacre, the Bodo insurgency, and ongoing tensions over NRC and CAA. Tripura's tribal population became a minority after large refugee arrivals from East Pakistan, leading to resistance and violence. Meghalaya has unrest over land rights and migration from nearby regions and Bangladesh. Mizoram suffered a famine in the 1960s that sparked a rebellion which ended with the 1986 peace accord. Arunachal Pradesh faces occasional unrest and border disputes with China. Sikkim works to protect its culture while balancing integration with India. Different struggles, but the same feeling, being misunderstood and neglected by mainland India. From the 1950s to the early 2000s, part of the Northeast lived through violence and army rule. To fight insurgencies, India passed the Armed Forces Special Powers Act in 1958. It allowed soldiers to arrest, search, or even shoot on suspicion with legal immunity. The government said that AFSPA was needed for peace, but for locals, it often meant fear, abuse, and a loss of trust. While peace accords brought stability to places like Mizoram and parts of Assam, states like Manipur and Nagaland still live under the shadow of guns. The result is a deep divide between people and the government. There are positives though. Mizoram and Tripura have high literacy rates, and Meghalaya and Nagaland do well on gender equality. But the economy still lags behind. Assam's per capita income is about half the national average, and even richer states like Sikkim depend on just a few sectors like hydropower and tourism. Healthcare is weak. Many states have far fewer doctors than the WHO recommends. Roads are sparse, unemployment is high, especially for young people, pushing many to migrate to cities where they often face prejudice. Today, many northeastern people still face racism across India. In bigger cities like Delhi or Mumbai, they're called offensive names like Chinky or Nepali. Northeastern women are wrongly labeled easy or modern because of their fashion or confidence. Men are stereotyped as musicians or restaurant staff. Most Indians can't name all 8 states of the Northeast, and school textbooks barely mention their history. During the COVID-19 pandemic, some people were spat at or called Corona because of their looks. In 2014, rumors of attacks in Bengaluru made thousands flee back home overnight. These aren't isolated events. They show how prejudice still shapes daily life. The Northeast's isolation isn't just about geography. It's about being left out of the national story. Few Northeastern leaders appear in national debates unless there's a crisis. Movies and media rarely show the region's real life. When India talks about border areas, it's usually about security, not people. Policies about the Northeast, like dam projects or border fencing, are mostly decided in Delhi. For many, this is the biggest betrayal. Not that the Northeast is far away, but that the rest of India often acts as if it doesn't truly belong. Yet, the Northeast is not only about pain. It's home to some of India's most progressive traditions. In Meghalaya, tribes like the Khasis, Garos, and Jaintias follow matrilineal customs. Property passes through women, who also lead in community and trade. The region has produced world-class athletes, Mary Kom, Mirabai Chanu, and many others, despite limited facilities. Its cultures are vibrant, with hundreds of tribes, unique art, textiles, and traditions. Strong communities and respect for nature give it a deep sense of resilience and pride. As we come to the end of this video, it is important to note that the Northeast has given India tea, oil, athletes, music, and incredible cultural diversity. Yet, in return, it has often received only suspicion, neglect, and decisions made from afar. This is not just history, it's a question still alive today. What does it mean to belong to a country that often forgets to see you? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And until the next time we meet, stay curious, stay unaligned.